Alright, so I wanted to take a minute and show you guys the issues we've been having with our fiber laser. A lot of you guys know that we've had a significant delay on our Dragon's Dice due to this issue, and it's got to do with the way we designed this palette and the limitations of our lens here. This palette was originally designed to work with our CO2 laser to create wooden dice. I figured that we'd be able to use the exact same palette to do our metal dice, as the metal dice are the same size as our wooden dice. They're full-size dice. The problem we've run into is when I designed this, we had a little looser tolerance for our CO2 laser, and I didn't account for that in the fiber laser. The CO2 laser has a focal distance of roughly about an 1/8 inch of really crisp focus. The fiber laser only has a few thousandths of an inch, so much smaller. So when we designed these, I didn't actually make sure that every one of these dice was at the exact same height. There's a few thousandths variance between the shapes all across our palette tray. Our palette holds these elevated to get close to the height of these D6s, which is our thickest die, and these sit on the bottom of the palette. Every one of these other die, as you see, sits in that ring and is held elevated by points of the dice face touching points on that ring. That's also led to a little problem like with our D10s, because of the way the D10s are held, they rock forward. Actually, so you can see here. You can see they'll move slightly forward. Okay, so and we're talking like 5,000ths of an inch, very small amount, but it's enough to throw our short focal distance on our laser head out of focus. I'm going to show you what that looks like here on our brass set up here. So you guys watch this set here. We're going to engrave the number 2 side on that set. Alright, now let's take a look at our results. Sorry about that. Okay. If you look, we got really good engraving on the D6s. Okay. Really good engraving there. Alright. And good engraving on the D4. The D8 is good. The D20, if you notice, we start to get a fade. It's really good at the bottom, and at the top it starts to fade off, and it's because that little bit of wiggle that you see there. This D10 is good. We've got nothing on the D12 and nothing on the D20. Okay. So that's the problem we've been having with our engraver. The engraving was kind of spotty in these dice here for almost half the palette. Okay. So we can't run that and ship that to you guys. So what we've done is actually gone through and completely redesigned our palette. Alright, so this is the testing version. I've got a full palette sitting over here ready to go. Alright. And what we've done is we've modified our design. Okay. So we still use an acrylic box to hold everything, but the acrylic box is now just a container. It doesn't hold the dice like this does. What it holds is a layered foam rubber system, okay, or foam pad system, right? And the dice are pressed down in to that foam pad. This allows us to, let me make sure I'm getting it on the right side. It's already done number 1, so there's the number 1 side. Let's turn this to the correct number 2. It's hard to do this one-handed. All right. And then we just push it back down inside. Okay. And then we can take and make sure that's level. Okay. Looks like we're a little low on our D12 and D10. Must have lowered those by accident. Okay, let's get those in. Okay. This allows us to actually level each die to be the same. We usually use a board to do this, but that takes 2 hands, and I've only got 1 right now. So let me see what we got here. We need to bring that D20 up a little more. Okay. Alright, I think that's good. Okay, so now let's take a look. What? Please excuse the burn mark. I caught the laser on fire while I was cutting these foam inserts last night, getting this all set up. Okay, so we're going to slide that over in there. I'm going to change the laser engraver settings, and then we're going to run some titanium. This is our flame polished titanium. And you guys will see how much better it engraves with the new palettes. You guys see that? Yeah. Alright, cool. Let me get the settings done. let's see what our handiwork produced. There is the one side. There is the rest of our dice. Look at that. Much more better, right? Much more better. So that means we're going to start shipping these very, very, very soon. We've got our workaround around to our new lens gets in. Once we get our new lens, it'll actually get even better. But for now, we're getting really good results with all of our engraving in our new palettes. So if you've been waiting on Dragon's dice, they're coming to you because we have literally thousands and thousands of these things waiting for engraving. So they're on their way.